She came with my brother, uninvited, unannounced. And the moment I opened the door, I knew what kind of performance I was about to watch. Mom stood there in her church dress, pretending to be fragile, her lips trembling just enough to look rehearsed. Behind her, Ethan leaned on the doorframe like he owned the place, hands in his pockets, that same lazy grin he wore when he used Thati from my wallet in high school. "I heard how much you're making now," she said, her voice soft but edged with entitlement. "And your brother's been struggling. We thought you thought I'd fix it." I finished for her. Silence. The kind that's thick enough to taste. Ethan smirked. Family helps family, right? That was the moment. The exact point I decided how this story would end. It hadn't always been like this. I used to think loyalty was in our blood. When Dad left, I was 15. Ethan was 12. And Mom turned us against each other to keep control. She'd praise whoever obeyed her and punish whoever didn't. Ethan learned dearly that pleasing her meant survival. I learned later that pleasing her meant surrender. So I left, worked, studied, fought, built something out of nothing. No one helped, no one called. Until I started earning enough for people to notice. It began a month ago. Subtle things first. Mom liking every post I'm at, even ones from years ago. Ethan texting, "Hey bro, proud of you," followed by a Venmo request for $500. Then came the guilt calls. Mom saying she was worried about bills, her health, the mortgage. She mentioned my responsibility as the eldest. I almost believed her. Almost. Then last week, a friend from back home sent me a picture. My mother smiling, standing beside Ethan's new car, a silver Audi. The caption read, "Gift from family." Family. That's when I stopped answering her calls. I didn't confront them right away. I waited, watched. When Mom finally showed up at my door, it wasn't a surprise. It was an opportunity. While she was speaking, I noticed small details. The tremor in her fingers, the glint in Ethan's watch, which looked suspiciously like the one I lost years ago. I let them sit, offered coffee, pretended warmth. Ethan sprawled on the couch. "You've got a nice place," he said, eyes scanning everything like inventory. Mom sighed. "You know, your brother's been looking for work. But it's hard. Maybe you could take him on, mentor him." I smiled. I think I have a better idea. For the next 2 weeks, I played my role perfectly. The beautiful son, the forgiving brother. I told Ethan I'd found a position for him in my company, assistant to one of our project leads. I even sent him onboarding papers, made it look official. Had bragged about it online, updated his BO. New chapter begins. Mom was proud. "See? That's my good boy," she said. She had no idea what I'd set in motion. The job wasn't real. The email domain looked authentic, but it was a shell, something I built myself for another purpose entirely. I had Ethan fill out digital forms that required his ID, signature, and bank information. He didn't hesitate. Greedy people rarely do. A week later, I used that data to report fraudulent activity tied to one of Mom's charity accounts, an account she'd used to funnel my old tuition savings into Ethan's failed ventures. The evidence pointed directly to her and him with paper trails leading right back to that Audi. When the bank froze her assets, she called me, voice shaking. "Someone's accusing me of fraud, Daniel. They're saying I stole?" I interrupted. "You did." Silence. Just her breathing. Fast uneven. "What did you do?" She whispered. "What you taught me." I said, "Protect myself." The call ended. 2 days later, Ethan showed up alone. No smirk this time. "Just panic." "You ruined us," he said. "Mom could go to jail." I looked at him carefully. "She won't." I made sure of that. "I only let them trace it to you." His eyes widened. "You wouldn't?" I stepped closer. "She already did, Ethan. She gave you up in her statement. Said you handled the money, signed the forms." He froze, processing. That's when I handed him the printout, his signature, his bank link, his own confession written in the arrogance of trust. "She chose you," I said quietly. "Now she's letting you take her place." He didn't speak. Didn't have to. I could see it in his face. The moment his loyalty cracked, the last time I saw them was in court. Mom wouldn't look at me. Ethan looked everywhere but her. They took the plea deal. Probation, fines, reputation gone. I walked out free, untouched, unblamed. The money they stole was returned to me through restitution. I didn't need it, but I took it anyway. Not out of greed, but closure. People say revenge doesn't heal. Maybe they're right, but it cleans. It sterilizes. It strips away the rot until all that's left is truth. Mom taught me manipulation disguised as love. Ethan taught me betrayal disguised as brotherhood. I just perfected what they started. Now when